Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome or welcome back to Chef Vic Cuisine. Today we're making stuffed cookies. Now this dessert is for those of us that might be indecisive sweet tooths that want to have their cake and eat it too. Here we're going to decide whether we want a chocolate or caramel filling in each of our cookies. Stay tuned to find out which one we choose. So let's get started. So jumping right in a large bowl, we want to mix together 2 1/4 cups worth of all-purpose flour with 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 1/2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, mixing them well until they're fully combined. Set this aside, and now separately in another large bowl, you want to add 3/4 cups worth of unsalted butter that's been melted, 3/4 cup of light brown sugar, 1/2 cup of granulated white sugar, and here we want to first mix them until they're well combined. 1 large egg, followed by 1 large egg yolk, and 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Whisk these ingredients together until they're well combined. And don't forget to also whisk in that like button to make these stuffed cookies taste amazing. Now you want to pour in your wet mix into the dry mix and fold these mixes together until they have just combined. Overmixing them will create a tough cookie dough, and that's what we don't want. Once your dough is formed, you want to fold in 1 cup's worth of milk chocolate chips. Form this dough into a ball, and then you want to cover it with plastic wrap and place it in the fridge to chill for about 2 hours. And once it's chilled, you want to remove the dough from the fridge to slightly thaw it for about 10 minutes prior to using it. And while it's thawing out, you want to preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 163 degrees Celsius. You also want to line 2 large baking sheets with parchment paper or silicone baking mats. For our cookies, you want to scoop 1 1/2 tablespoons worth of the dough to form it into dough balls, ending with a total of 24 balls for this recipe. Here you want to make an indentation into half of the dough balls with your thumb to place the chocolate caramel candy in. Once you place the chocolate candy on that dough, you want to cover the chocolate caramel candy dough ball half with the remaining dough ball, ensuring the caramel candy is completely wrapped with the dough, using your fingers to smooth out any seams. Place the cookies back on the prepared baking sheet, gently pressing them flat. And if you wanted to, you could always add more chocolate chips to the cookie dough, but I like this amount. And you could also add some flaky sea salt over each cookie for an added layer of flavor. But each baking sheet should be able to fit 6 of these large cookies with enough space for them to spread. And then you want to transfer these to the oven and bake them for about 12 to 13 minutes. And while that first batch is baking, you want to place the other batch in the refrigerator to chill. Once all the cookies have been baked, allow them to cool for at least 10 minutes on the pan before transferring them to a wire rack to cool completely. And with that, our stuffed cookies are ready to be served and enjoyed. And if you were following along at home, congrats, you just made an incredible dessert. All my family and friends highly request me making these stuffed cookies, and it's for a good reason. Check out as I break into one of these cookies to see that the inside is not only light and airy, but you also have this delicious, decadent chocolate caramel flavor within. Trust me, when you make this at home, these will be gone before you know it. But when you do try it, be sure to tag me at Chef Vic Cuisine or hashtag Chef Vic Cuisine so I can see your great takes on this dish. As always, this recipe and many more can be found in my cookbook, Chef Vic Cuisine Volume 4, Enhancing Your Inner Chef. And that's available on Amazon, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that in my description box. And feel free to click the pop-up on your screen for more information on that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to make stuffed cookies. And if you did, make sure you smash that like button for me. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel. And if you haven't done so already, also hit that subscribe button too to see more recipes just like this one. And sharing is caring, so if you enjoyed this recipe and think someone else will too, feel free to share this with all your family and friends. And stay tuned for next week where I show you how to make another dessert, toffee. A lot easier than you think, so you can make homemade toffee right at home. Well, thank you all again so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thanks for all your support thus far. We're doing really well these past couple months, and I appreciate all the support. You can always check out more videos on my page now. YouTube thinks you'll like these videos. Let's see if they're right. And I'll catch you next time on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine. And until then, peace.